Hello and welcome to box number 3 of our case opening. Where's my stand? Okay, so as it appears, certain little William has made off with my stands. I only have one left, so I'm going to have to make do with that one. As I was saying, we are up to box number 3 out of our case opening, and it is going to be number 4 for today. To be honest with you, in the off time, me partner went ahead and bought a couple boxes to muck around with. She also stole one of mine, so she has to replace one. I can't remember which one she opened. So one of these is not part of the original case, and I'm having technical difficulties right now. Childproof. And we opened up quite a few goodies actually. Not too many things that progressed the set, but a bit of stuff that actually helped buy more boxes. We did get the Skun Tank. Is it Skun Tank or Skunk Tank? I think it's Skun Tank. We did end up getting the Skun Tank alt art, which means we've got the Lugia, the Regidrago, and now the Skun Tank. I swear there's another one? Oh yeah, the V Unknown. We haven't got that one yet. That's what we're after. So, we're going to go from... What side do I feel luckier with? I'm going to go with the right side. Alright, we're going to go with the right side. We're going to start with that one. Alright. So, obviously, the whole point of this is to finish the set, but also continue with the... Okay, you know what? I don't have that one. Talking about continuing sets, I would like to complete the sets, as well as still, if we're going to get hits, get the hits that, you know, progress the funding of a new box. Just try to keep on recycling or cycling through the what's the doodle? Cycling through the... Oops. Imagine if I bent the good card then. Cycling the funds through to just fund new boxes rather than dipping into actual savings. Although sometimes you just gotta, because there's just some good stuff out there. Oh, I think we've got something in this one. Black card. I feel like I ruined the surprise a little bit when you do it from the front like that. You just see that little tinge back there. Raichu, Torracat, Holosan, Bunnyary, Dreepy, Fanpy, Fletchling, Cheo, Archon, and... It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Full art Skuntank. Oh wait, now I can actually see. Yeah, Skuntank. Alright, cool. So we know his name. I know his name. That is something that I've noticed now ever since starting to do Pokemon when I first came in, because like I mentioned before, I only played through. I still can't remember what it was. I've yet to look it up. When I started playing Pokemon was directly after Yellow. Like I played a little tiny bit of that next game. I call Malamar. I played through a little bit of that next game after Yellow, and learned, your Flappies and all your kind of stuff like that. But any Pokemon after that came up, like, no, don't know you. And the fact that I've started learning pretty much most of the Pokemon just via the TCG, it's probably not something that's abnormal. It's probably a relatively normal thing. It's gotten to that point okay, I'm kind of up to speed now with almost everyone probably. Although there are still a lot that do catch me off guard. I'm like, okay, that's a weird name or something. Yeah, I came across one in the... Oh, I need this one. I need this one in reverse holo, and Ryagileki. So that's not too bad. Because as some of you know, I'm trying to master set a lot of stuff. And for those people out there that do master set stuff or try to master set stuff, Let's check if I've actually aligned this properly. Yep, cool, I have. Master setting stuff can be a pain, especially when you know, you want to pull everything yourself. The Bunny, Serena, Restorative Energy, Sunken, Fanti, Indidi, Marine, Mysterious, Ado, and Rapidash. But yeah, the pain of master setting is just sometimes it is so difficult. It is more difficult to get a reverse holo of something than it is a VMAX card or something. It's pain. Currently here in Australia, out of seemingly nowhere, a bunch of retailers are now suddenly stocking Evolving Skies blister packs. It makes not much sense that they've just come out of nowhere. This happened with Brilliant Stars. Like I started opening Pokemon packets probably October 20th or so, and I think Brilliant Stars was like well and truly on its way out at that point, where you couldn't really find booster boxes for a good price anymore. So I was running around just finding blister packets for Brilliant Stars. I have to say we've gotten pretty lucky with Brilliant Stars. It's not only is it a nice set, we've also got most of the set completed, and it's also been relatively profitable as well to like kind of fund itself. That being said, though, out of nowhere now, Radiant Jirachi, out of nowhere, Evolving Skies has suddenly started popping up in place of Brilliant Stars, which makes no sense to me at all, because I felt like, you know, Evolving Skies was possibly or probably the more popular of the two sets, and that it's been it's been a while since anything's popped around. And I just don't understand why it's popping up now, en masse as well, to the point where scalpers are running around and buying them all up and everything like that. Stunted and a while. It's okay. That's okay. We want Lugia, but you know, it's okay. I don't think you deserve to be on the stand. I would have two stands, but obviously, William. But yeah, so they've just been stocking them everywhere, and we've like basically been running around all over the place, buying them up, opening them at nighttime with the kids and everything like that. And I'm not going to say that our set's almost complete, but at the very least, our base set is basically complete. And we've... Oh my god. This... Okay, I was going to joke... I was joking about it before, not really joking about it because it's truth. There's truth in it. But this card, for me, is probably the rarest card in this entire set. This is my first Among Us. This is my first one. This is, for me personally, this is the rarest card in the set. I don't know why. There's probably you guys out there like, oh, I've got like 5, 10 of those. This is my first one. And we've opened quite a few boxes of Silver Tempest. This is my first one. So, you know what? I'm over the moon. I can go inside and tell the wife, you know, you wouldn't guess what I pulled. And she won't even say the Lugia. She'll be like, no way you pulled the mushroom. I'm like, yep. So, that part will now get completed inside my set. How funny it is that we're sitting here, like I'm dedicating pretty much this episode to having a whine about how hard it is sometimes to find certain cards, and we go ahead and hit it finally. So, like I was mentioning with the Evolving Skies, miraculously enough, we've opened so many packets that it's almost all done the base set. There's like still 1 or 2 cards there that I need in reverse holo, and it should be all done there. But we've taken a considerable chunk out of the full art section, luckily. And the full art section, the alt art section. We haven't found any Moonbryons or Ray Quasars, the ones flying over the rocks yet. We haven't got the big Omega Chase cards. We did pull the Sylveon Chase card last night. The one I think that's like valued around $250 at the moment. But after looking at the prices for like a lot of the cards for Evolving Skies, it's a pretty pricey set. And to be perfectly fair, deservedly so, because it is a nice looking set. Like I thought that oh nice, Gordy and a Dragonite. We don't have Gordy, so this is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah, like I was mentioning, okay, don't fall over. Cool. What was I mentioning? Yeah, no, the Evolving Skies set looks really nice. Like Brilliant Stars is still probably my favorite, just because it leans a little bit more to what I know in terms of Gen 1 and all that kind of stuff. To which that I'm like probably gonna even like start collecting Pokemon Go, just because that was my childhood. That's what I knew. But Evolving Skies, honestly, like as a set, just to sit there and admire it, like once it's all completely done, is actually quite amazing to look at, especially if you're master setting it. Candace and Vulpix. Vulpix goes over there, you go over here. It does look pretty amazing once you get to once you get past the trainer cards, like the trainer, the ones where it's like all the items and all that kind of stuff. Once you get past those ones, and it's like, I believe it's because I'm using a 12-page pocketbook, and the fact that there's like a full 24 pockets of like full arts and everything, and then it goes on to like alt arts and rainbows, and after that it's like still a few more rainbows, and then like a full page of like 12 golds. And so you just look at it like, okay, cool. Although I will be honest, it feels like right now I should probably stop buying so many of the packs and just go and buy them singularly. I'll probably save money in the end. But as I said before, the wife's a little bit of an enabler, and she actually enjoys opening the packets. It's one of those like, but you can say that you got it yourself. I get the ideology behind it. As long as she doesn't chew me out for spending the money, then I'm okay. Then I'm okay with that. Until the point she's like, you can't spend any more money on it. Okay. We buy single now. We finish set the sensible way. Because Evolving Skies is only just going to go up. Like, it's a nice looking set, regardless of whatever it is. And I didn't think I was going to get into it. But the fact that they started popping up everywhere, pretty happy with that. And no, nothing. It was definitely a set that I thought that I was going to skip out completely, just because, like, when me and my sisters first started opening these Pokemon packs, booster boxes here in Australia were like $400 a piece. And we're just like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we're going to skip out on that completely, I guess. But, fast forward until 2 weeks ago, and Evolving Skies are just popping up everywhere. And now the game is to get to it before the scalpers do, because they just run around one hitter, like they just one shot a big W here or something. And oh my god, I got excited there for a second. I got excited for a second. We need that alt art. We need that alt art V. Yeah, they just go ahead and they just one hit a place. They don't even wait before they get back to their car, like before they get home. They've gone ahead and taken a picture inside their car, like, oh yeah, I've got these. They are $11 each, and you're just like, oh, man, like that's cruel. That's cruel. There was actually one scalper that I messaged, because I'm like, we can find these everywhere. Like, as long as you're like, if you're diligent and proactive about it, you can get to it before they do, because they're constantly being restocked right now, because they've just somehow found a whole bunch of stock. And I messaged one of them. I'm like, I'll buy everything you have for $7 each packet. And no, for $7 each packet. And he gets back to me like, nah, sorry man, prices are firm. I'm like, okay, happy scalping. Like, I actually was a jackass to him. Like I wasn't being, like, I mean, he's a bigger jackass, but I actually gave him a real backhander remark, like happy scalping with a question with an exclamation mark and a happy face. You never happy face someone if you're not trying to be, like, a bit of a jerk. I did that, and lo and behold, about 4 hours later, he messages me and says, "Hey, would you still buy them all for $7 a pack? I'll even bring them to your front door." And I was just like, that's kind of hilarious. I'm like, sure. He's like, all right, I come around tomorrow. That morning, the next morning, me and the wife and the kids, we went out to a Big W, and we found a whole bunch there, and we bought them all. And they're like, "Are you guys reselling these?" Or whatever. Like, no, we're opening them. We showed them the pic. Like, we even showed them pictures of us opening the packets and everything because we took pictures of all the wrapping on the floor and all that kind of like, okay, cool, because they're like, it's almost as though we can tell who's a scalper and who's not, and we just don't want to sell them to the scalpers. I'm like, that's awesome, man. Honestly, that's how it should be. So they sold them to us. We got home. The guy messages me, "What's your address?" I'm like, "Actually, you know what? We found a whole bunch this morning for the kids to open, so we're okay." He's like, "Oh, okay." That guy's ad is still sitting there. His ad's still sitting there. So if I feel like I've run out of stuff, I could probably go and say, "Hey, $7 again? I'll buy them all." He probably wouldn't, but they learned a bit of a lesson. I mean, if he just waits a few weeks, then he'll get what he wants for them for sure. But the moral of the story is, scalping is a terrible thing to do, unless there's like an overabundance. Like you go in, something gets released, you buy a couple because there's going to be supply. You buy a couple, then it's okay. But doing something like this is pretty, in my book, kind of scummy, because it's just like like you can tell the people that are scummy with it. Oh, nice, Jinx. These are hard to find for some reason. I think this is my second one out of all the boxes. These ones actually sell for a bit for some reason. You can tell the people that are doing it purely for gain, and I mean, at the same time, you can't really lambast them too much because the dog eat dog world, right? 1 second, just need a drink of water. Okay. What do we got here? Spinder. But yeah, dog eat dog world. Some people got a ton of profit, whatever. But at least make it believable, right? At least get home before you. At least get home before you've gone ahead and taken that picture and tried to overcharge people by like, oh, I think we've got this one already. I think. I can't remember. I think we have this one already, but as we'll talk about before, to recycle the box, pretty good. So that actually, I need to check the price on this one because I'm pretty certain that almost pays for a box. I can't remember because I was looking at Rayquaza cards yesterday, and I can't remember if it's that one that looks like that or the one that's from Evolving Skies. I know there's one from Evolving Skies that's pretty high. This one probably is relatively decent. Nice. I'm happy with that one. But yeah, like I said, like some people just can't wait to even get home and at least not make you feel like I'm gonna be buying this from some guy that's just like, beat everyone to the punch and is just price gouging people to heck. Like, get home, set up the picture properly, take the Big W or Kmart bag out of the frame before you've taken a picture, or out of the box that they gave you to it because you said, "Yeah, I'll take the entire lot." You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel as though like scalping like that is terrible. Like it's a little bit over the top. It's a bit too much. Because ultimately, you know what? Pokemon cards are for the kids and the collectors, right? Like that's kids, collectors, and players, obviously. And people that just run around just take the enjoyment of other people is a bit meh. To each their own, but that's why at the moment we're like, well, we look like scalpers because we're running around buying everything up. Like over here in Sydney anyway, like dang. Constantly like if I find something then I'll buy it. But we're sitting there opening it. We're just sitting there opening it. The only things that I'm sitting on are like Roaring Skies because I bought those, like they were just all sitting there. They was just like, the hell's this? What is Roaring Skies? Like this is when I first started. And I was looking for Brilliant Stars. And they popped up. I was like, okay, I'll buy them. And then I bought them all, and we were going to open them all. I actually opened a few. And then I was told, you shouldn't open those. I'm like, why? He's like, well, there's nothing really in there, but people want them. I'm like, oh. But this make me a scalper? And they're like, well, technically, yes. I mean, let's just be honest. Yes. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it intentionally to start off with because I was going to open them all. And then like, you shouldn't open them. Like, oh, well, what do I do with them? We're like, just sit them for a while and then use that to recycle. Because, use that to recycle what you're doing. Like, oh, okay, cool. All right, I'll take your advice on that. But like, I'm actually sitting on a Brilliant Stars booster box that I acquired not too long ago. Cost me a bit as well. I mean, it cost me like 240, which isn't too terrible, considering, Brilliant Stars is basically on its way out. It isn't too terrible. And I'm just honestly like probably 2 minutes away from opening that as well because I just like Brilliant Stars and I think there's something in here. Sorry to ruin the surprise, but here we go. There is something here. Let's have a look. Snorunt, Fletchling, Ferroseed. I've already got that. Why couldn't it be one of the other golds? But you know what? It's still something. When you think about it, that Rayquay back there, it's paid for the box. Yeah. I wish I had my secondary stand. You know what? We'll retire this Charizard for a second. I'll put you back on your stand later on, I promise. And there we go, we'll chuck it there. Alright, we've got 3 packs. I don't think there'll be any more hits in this. Because we've actually done pretty decently this box, I would say. It's not been a terrible box. For me, if I don't see another black and gold card, sorry, Tony. If I don't see another black and gold card out of the rest of the boxes, I'll be happy. We don't need them. I've already got your double, man. I've already got your double sitting there. I'll save that for you. I will put that one aside for you. That is yours. But as long as I don't see another gold and black card, I'm cool. That TG 2930, I'm straight. I don't need another one. I'd rather stuff that I'm chasing or stuff that sells well. Let's see. Are we lucky enough to get something else in here? I didn't see, so it's all a mystery right now. Ooh, I don't think I have that one. And I said there was not going to be any more hits in this box. Not bad, not bad. This has been a pretty good box. What's going on? This box went off. I like it. Hey, come on, go sit in your home, temporary home. There we go. All right, lucky last pack. This has been a very good box. I'm happy with this one. Oh, we ended with black card too. Hit maybe? Maybe Altard? Lugia? I highly doubt it. Honestly, this box has to be empty by now. This box has to be empty. Whalmer, Murkrow, Emolga, Metatite, Durant. Yeah, and there's the Troll Open Steel Stone. As soon as I saw the number, I was like, "Yep, okay." My brain has remembered this enough to know it's not even going to be the Lugia or anything like that, like the Lugia V Stars and all that kind of stuff. So, I would say that was a pretty good haul. In terms of normal V, like a little bit up from the usual V cards. We didn't run into too many doubles either. Like, if this was my first box that I was opening a Silver Tempest, I'd be pretty happy. So we got a Malamar for the Trainer Gallery. Got a Jinx. Let's see if I'm getting this in the frame right. Yeah, cool. I think it's a little bit blurry. Sorry. But, I've got to get that out of frame. We should focus up. Yeah. So we got the Jinx. Druddigon. A Radiant Jirachi. A Wild V-Star. And a Unknown V Full Art. So that's okay. That's not too bad. If this was my first box, I'd be pretty happy because it's pretty progressional. And then for V's, we had a Reshiram, Regieleki, and Vulpix. But for the pulls, we've done alright. Honestly, I'd say we've done alright. So we have the Mawile V-Star Rainbow. I think, what was this? These secret brand? Hyper? Far out, man. This is a gold leafy camo poncho, which we unfortunately, but fortunately have already, so that can go straight to the sales folder. A Rayquaza VMAX TG 25. I believe I've got one of these already. I'm pretty certain I've got one of these already. But I'm very certain it sells well, so that'll just fund another box. So that's okay too. Gordy we don't have, I'm pretty certain. And Skuntank Full Art, very sure I have already. So there's a few things in here that I'll cycle through, find more stuff, should be good. But I believe, which boxes do we have left? We have, let me just give it a check. We have 6, 1, and 2. So you guys take your pick which one's going to get opened up next. And I'll catch you in the next one.